me get brush your hair.
Teasel brush hair.
Teasel brush hair, and it gets its name from teasing wool. It's also used in flower arrangements. So that was the first place I ever saw teasel, because it is very beautiful in that way, you know. Stick it in with a fall arrangement and it's very nice. Did that, a lot of seeds fell out. And so they're all over the ground now, which is great bird food, but it's not good for, you know, if you're trying to reestablish native plants, teasel is not native, and so it's getting in the way. And what you'll notice in this area here that they have, there's a lot of native plants growing here. And so they've obviously done a lot of work, and once we get in there and you start looking, you're gonna see like the blue boneset and a lot of echinacea, and when you walk the trail there's like spice bushes and all these really wonderful plants out there as well. So this is what we have. Now typically when you're harvesting teasel, you're going to harvest actually a little bit later than we are now. It's right around the first frost, and so that's true with a lot of root plants. You harvest spring right before the last frost, and you harvest fall right after the first frost. So this is the little floret. You'll find these kind of really close to where this is, and so this is actually traditionally what you're going to harvest. You want this one. This one is a second year plant. That is not traditionally what you're going to harvest, but since we are here for a conservation effort, we're going to try to use this plant, and so we're going to try to find some creative ways to use it for the Botanicals and Herbs Festival. But you know, if you can think of, like, if you just want some dried in your house in a vase or something like that, or you can think of ways you can use it, you know, I encourage you to take as much of it as you dig up. If you're digging up more than you really want, you can always kind of donate it to the cause. We're happy to turn it into things. But the root is my absolute favorite. It's one of my favorite medicines, and the reason it is one of my favorite medicines is because it helps to repair the body. It helps to draw out things that are not seen, and bring it out into the body so that the immune system can do its job and attack it. So I've used it for nagging injuries. So, you know, roll an ankle, you know, tear a muscle or a tendon or something, and it's healed. It's been plenty of time for it to heal, but it comes back, and then it's like, you know, that's hurting again. And just a few days of taking the teasel, that pain will subside. So I've tested it time and time again. It's a very, very popular tincture that I sell. I call it Repair because that's what it does. It repairs your body. It can help repair, you know, tissues, tendons, bones, muscle, all of that. So in a flower essence, it is also used as medicine. And what I found really interesting about this is people who use the flower essence, and that's down here under flower essence. They use a little bit of the water. So we'll see, we're kind of a little bit later for some of these, and some of these plants that we're going to be harvesting are small in comparison to a lot of others you see. But they'll actually use a little bit of the water and put it in the flower essence as well. You know, because you're really trying to get the vibration of the plant in that. So it's used for when the spirit has suffered or been broken from one's lineage. I thought that was really cool because it's a repair plant. The root as medicine is going to repair your body. The flower essence from an emotional state is going to repair your spirit. And teasel growing in areas is growing in disturbed areas that need repair. So it's like an all-around repair plant, which is kind of cool. So when they built this dam, this was completely bulldozed at one point. From what I understand, it was, you know, just pretty damaged, and you know, they've restored it pretty well. But you know, anytime you're going to have disturbances, a plant like Teasel is just going to show up. It's going to be like, hey, you need me here. And now that the land is restoring, they're kind of like, well, let's move you on and move you out. So we're going to have an opportunity for medicine. So. So it's the little pokey out here. It's the little pokey.
Yep, I saw a couple of pokes.
Uh-huh. Yep, it's pretty pokey. And then here we have it at the end of the stage, the seed pod, and then down here we have florets. So the second year plants aren't as useful, as I said, and so what we can do is we can simply just give them a cut and collect them more for art and decoration. And then the florets, I'm just going to go around. Go ahead and take the soil off. And if you can, put the divot back in and just give it a step. And there you go. All right. So go find your spot amongst the teasel, talk to the teasel, get to know the teasel, and maybe some other plants and bugs, and have fun. Yeah. Poking you in the face. Alright, well let's move our repairs.
Teasel, these plants.
Picture perfect moment. It's like perfect out right now. I know.
Teasel, oh Teasel, thank you for your love. You're a little bit spiky, but you're growing way above. We're trying to find your little florets so you don't take over. And we'll make medicine from your roots for our blood and something. Teasel, Teasel, we love you so much. Teasel, Teasel, you got the special touch. Ow!
I was ask you about that because these don't have, some of these don't have very much fruit on them. But I'm in like a really swampy place right here. Yeah, I mean, there are, I'll have to pull up some of my old pictures.
Yay, medicine. It's a bee.